I really have absolutely no bloody idea. None. Zero. Less than zero. Negative idea. Okay. That's probably my punishment for failing. You know what? I'm okay with that because I've got potions this time. Which means, ladies, gentlemen, and stone creatures, it's bad news for you. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because a poisoned Geralt is a dangerous Geralt. Oh, get out of the way before he explodes. Okay. Finally. Something I understand. Okay, so these things are actually moving. They're just not aggressive. I don't think I'm going to figure the puzzle out down there. I really don't. So I think it's time to go and talk to Vernon Roche. I mean, I'm here to save Triss and find the Assassin of Kings and Sheila. Find Sheila. And I think it was... Okay, I think it was through here. Alright. So we'll go through here, find out what is actually going on and what we need to do. And there was also that kid. We saw a kid in jail, didn't we? With death mold. We've got to kill death mold. That'll be fun. That's where I'm going. Is this how I should have come in here? Is this how I was supposed to come in? If I had followed Roche, would I have... That's the way I came, isn't it? I snuck in the back way. Oh, that's how I would have had to have got in had I not been vouched for by Roche. Because these guys would have attacked me for being a Kingslayer. This is where Roche came in. Right. Yeah. Alright. Okay, well, we came the scenic route. We got a new sword. So it was kind of worth it.
I remember you from Vizima.
And it's always nice to... It's always nice to know...
I remember you from Vizima.
I don't remember any of you. It's always nice to know the back ways in and out of places. It looks like there is a camp up there.
Geralt the Rivian.
And? No, you know what?
I remember you from
Vernon Roche. Let's go talk to Vernon and find out what we need to do to fix everything. I don't have any talents to spend. No, I've spent all the talents. Don't have potions. The thing is we're heading into... You just... Unfortunately, you never know, do you? You never know. No, that's not what I want to do. I tell you what, I want at least one potion active all the time because I get those huge bonuses. So I should always have something running so I'm poisoned. Yeah, just gives me extra damage, gives me loads of bonuses. Should always have something running. Even if I think I'm safe. Because usually when I think I'm safe, that's when things go horribly badly. Alright. Temerian Quarter. New journal entry. Okay, we've got a new journal entry under locations. Oh god, I haven't really been checking. Temerian Quarter. During the summit of mages and monarchs, the camp of the Temerian delegation led by John Natalis extended over an entire district of Loc Muine. Plenty of diplomats milled around the camp, but soldiers were present in far greater numbers. Okay. So... Alright. Is there anyone I should pay attention to here? Pinto.
No offence, but you're scaring my customers away.
What customers?
Undeniably an interesting personage.
Alright. I think this is where I'm going. Can I go in there?
Evil eye!
Okay. Twine. Wire. Timber. Nothing. Oh, orange. Thank you. Alright. Let's go in here.
Stop looking at me!
I'm not looking at you. You're not really worth looking at. Trust me. Robust cloth. That's one of the... Oh, God. Wrong. That's one of the things I need for making the Draug armor. Oh, we need to find a craftsman.
Slayer.
That title's not too far from the truth now. Alright. What is this place? And who? Kimbolt.
Baron Ravenin Kimbolt, I presume.
Do I? Okay.
Does that Witcher's code of yours exempt you from court etiquette? Does it grant you the right to speak to the Highborn without being asked to do so?
I guess I don't need to introduce
but
myself.
bloody big swords do.
I know who you are. Geralt of Rivia. Foltest's other favourite hound alongside Roche. Not purebred. They say you bring trouble wherever you appear.
That is kind of true. What the heck? What are you doing in Loc Muine? What is the situation in Temeria?
What'll happen to Temeria?
Is that a note of nostalgia I hear in your voice? Remembering your service under Foltest or recalling some romp in the sack with the royal advisor? Whichever it may be, spare me your courtesy. You don't care a lick about my country.
Temeria, I actually do. I decide what I care about. I actually do, believe it or not. Yes, I do.
I know what I care about. That's why I asked.
Understand this. I'm talking to you only out of respect for Foltest. Out of remembrance for him.
Haven't seen much evidence of that remembrance, aside from the rewards on my head.
They'd have hanged you if not for the testimony of little Anais.
So the girl finally talked.
Whoever that monk was, to me, he was just like you.
There's some truth to that. I'm no killer for hire. So what will happen to Temeria? Should I carry on talking to him? I am no killer for hire. I don't kill kings for money. I allowed Roche to kill one for reasons.
I didn't kill Foltest. That's just one of the things that makes us different.
Really? What else? Honor? Principles?
I'm a witcher. I don't kill humans for coin.
Are you certain it's not just a question of price? Tell me, Geralt. What were you doing at Foltest's side that unfortunate day?
Was fighting for Temeria. I was there for Triss. I was fighting for Temeria. That is not necessarily true. I got roped into it, didn't I, really? Probably because he did kind of have Triss held hostage, sort of.
Triss Marigold. I was there for her.
In that case, you killed many for that woman. I hope she was worth it. You're a paid thug. Even if you refuse to acknowledge it. That murky set of principles, values call them. You cast them in the nearest corner when the price is right.
I'm not for sale.
I'm not talking about coin, Witcher. As a freak, you want what you're most often denied. Camaraderie, respect, love. It is for those things that you scale walls and murder innocents. That is your price.
What innocent? I shouldn't have been there. That is absolutely true. I should not have been. I'm not a King's Guard.
You're right. I should have turned Foltest down.
The royal entourage has no place for a witcher.
I
We
actually
were
totally
supposed to
agree with
leave
you.
after the battle. Triss and I. Foltest had already consented. I should have left before the battle.
So what will happen to... No, I've already asked that. Are you going to answer it? No, you're not. What are you doing in Loc Muine?
They're gonna re-establish the Conclave. I didn't expect so many Temerians to show up for the ceremony.
We're not here for some magic pomp and circumstance. This is about celebrating a new order in the Northern Kingdoms.
Is that so?
Your kind doesn't understand this yet, but your life is about to change.
Kind.
Forever.
My kind.
Wanderers and scoundrels. People, and I use the term loosely, without loyalty or country. People for whom coin is the law and everything's for sale.
Bye-bye. It looked like I had more to ask you about
I
Temeria.
take it you sit on the Council of
Oh, I
Regents.
did.
Not for much longer.
Why's that?
The council will become obsolete. Temeria is a country one rules with a crown on one's head, or not at all.
A lot of people are out to don that crown.
But few have the right. As Foltest's cousin, the throne should be mine.
Or the royal daughters, Anaïs Lavalette's.
Dark will be the day when we are ruled by bastards. The nobles have decided to share power.
You said it yourself, Baron. In a crown or not at all.
Temeria will be divided into provinces. A shameful end to the monarchy. A shameful end to the country.
No, well, that kind of sucks. What about Ada? Was it Ada? Edda? Something.
Where have we met?
Don't know, don't care. The princess. I know she married... Oh, she married another king. I suppose that makes her, like, not an option. Mind you, she was also... Wasn't she the product of incest? Which probably makes her... Why can't one of the Foltest's kids do it? Alright, so they're bastards. So what? Marival, who are you?
Ah, Geralt of Rivia, I am delighted to see you among the living and the free.
Are you serious,
Me too.
Count?
Such an injustice to lock you up without so much as a hearing. And then the beatings, the torture, it's barbaric, I tell you. Based on pure prejudice, the presumption of guilt.
Actually, if I'd seen what they saw.
But alas, such is my homeland, filled with fear and thus ruthless, cold as stone, dark and severe in aura and mindset.
I suppose there's some truth to that.
He's saying all the right things.
A
and
response
I'm
at
getting
once
suspicious.
cautious and reasonable. Admirable qualities in and of themselves positively required in your profession.
If you say
He's
so.
buttering me up
But
for
tell me,
something.
Witcher, what brings you here? Are you nipping at the heels of Foltest's killer, close to beheading the wretch, as I expect is your style? Do you require my assistance?
I just have some questions,
Yeah,
Count.
Well, ask away by all means. I am finding you a skilled, if slightly reticent, conversationalist.
You don't look very Temerian. Says I.
I've got to say you stand out, Count.
I'm flattered, I suppose, but what specifically do you mean?
I haven't quite put my finger on it, but take a look around. Would you say you resemble your countrymen?
I thank the gods I do not. It is because I love my homeland that I am the first to note its faults, and they are many.
Care to elaborate?
Hypocrisy, superstition, lack of learning. Need I go on?
Yeah, no, keep going on. You have my undivided attention.
If you wouldn't mind.
Take you witches, for instance. The gods know we suffer a plague of beasts. Pre-conjunction, post-conjunction, magically bred and sprung from rotting marshes and the dark abysses of our land.
No such thing as pre-conjunction creatures.
You bite unnecessarily. We have but one remedy for this plague, dwindling in numbers as it may be, yet it is a remedy we revile. You are shunned, spat upon, turned away on stormy nights. Would you say this is reasonable?
It's the way of things.
Spoken like a true representative of a dice.
He's saying all the right things, isn't he? He really is. He's really like trying to make himself sound like he's on my side, and I can't help it. Every fibre of my being is screaming, this man is going to stab me in the back. Probably because he's being nice. Nobody's nice to me. Nobody's nice to witches. Nobody's reasonable. Not in this land. What brings you to Loc Muine?
What brings you to Loc Muine?
Concern for my country, Witcher, and an express and somewhat surprising request from Constable Natalis.
Surprising. How so?
Surely you jest, Witcher? Truth be told, few could marshal loyal forces matching mine on such short order, Baron Kimbold excepted. Yet, though I very much held Foltest's trust, I cannot say that many of my Temerian peers feel the same way.
Why do you suppose that is?
They resent me. I share neither their customs nor their beliefs.
Okay. It's just going to be constant politics, isn't it? I should probably go...
So many crowned heads in one place. You must be pleased.
No, really not. Believe it or not, not my preferred status.
Morning, men. Morning, Commander.
Commander.
Company fall in. Tension. Know what attention means, you fool?
Aye, sir.
Where are you from?
Hell's bells, who do we have here?
Are you the guy?
Witcher Geralt, the Seeker of Square Point.
Yes.
What do you want?
Last time Zivik stuck his nose in. This time, he's not around.
Really?
Fight!
Really?
Commander.
You've got shoulders for brains, you bumpkin. At ease.
You want another
Serve the
beating?
Emperor, be it in Nilfgaard or here. Semper Fi. We serve him faithfully and effectively.
It's fine.
If anyone gives me reason to doubt this, I shall skin him alive. Do well by the Emperor, and the Emperor will do well by you.
I'll get you, snitch.
Don't try this again.
You're part of the conspiracy. It turns out I'm kind of on your side. I kind of... Well, yeah. Let's not go into it. A score to settle. Quest completed. Alright. So, whoa. Why is a score to settle? In the square of Loc Muine, Geralt chanced upon a Cadweni soldier he had met back in Eden. You might remember that the soldier had a score to settle with the Witcher, and given the chance decided to do so amid the picturesque scenery of the ruins. Geralt was no weakling, however, and beat the living daylights out of his opponent. That's great. What? Oh, right. For Temeria. That should give me... So, oh, there's Vernon. What else? Let's just have a quick look. Where is Triss? Does that give us an option on the map? No. Assassin of Kings? I'm assuming not. No, I thought it was going to be Vernon through and through. And... With you in a second. Trader, nice. Oh, I'm looking for information about the Wild Hunt.
I'm collecting information about the Wild Hunt. Help me out?
The Wild Hunt. A retinue of wraiths who speed across the heavens upon skeletal horses. Positive proof of its existence has yet to be proffered. However, no one is prepared to deny its occasional sorties into this world.
Proffered? Sorties?
That, at least, is what I remember from the lectures.
Okay, trade was basically what I was thinking, and my first thought was, do you have any new formulas? I've got all of these, and how much? I've only got 1,000 orens. Yeah, let's be careful what I buy. I don't want to do that again. Surgical tools, quest item, 164. Shall I get those? I'm going to need them at some point, aren't I? All of a sudden I'm going to need them. You know what? We got him. We got him. I don't know if that was a good purchase, but hey. What I really would like is my chest. I don't suppose anyone knows where that is. Vernon Roche.
Ready for your chat with Radovid.
Oh. You just...
I need to look round Loc Muine.
I do.
All right, but don't take too long. Our matters can't wait for...
Okay, so this is a sort of a one-off. Okay. Incredible Lockhart.
How are things?
You're either very unobservant or very rude. I thought I'd meet some of my colleagues from years past, chat with them and reminisce, but they all turn their heads away and treat me like air.
Mages aren't known for being polite.
You're telling me. They threw me out of Banard the first chance they got. Must have beaten the Chancellor one too many times. They've all forgotten me and I believe I've had enough. I'm getting rid of the grimoires and amulets. I don't want anything to do with mages.
I'd like to cast an eye at those if you don't mind.
Grimoires and amulets?
Cast both if you want.
Ooh. Do you have anything on the Wild Hunt?
Anything on the Wild Hunt in your collection?
I'd avoid the topic altogether. Nothing good has ever come to those who have delved.
I'll take my chances. I need to know why the wraiths carry off youths. What happens to them?
This knowledge has never been recorded, which does not mean it cannot be acquired.
Well, I'd like to acquire it.
In the chasms beneath Loc Muine, there is a sword that once belonged to an elf from the parallel world.
And nobody's gone to look for it?
There are mages who seek it still, but the sword is well concealed. They say he who handles it will understand the essence of the Wild Hunt. Could that be true, though?
It could be. A sword down below. What has he got then? Let's have a look. He's got a sun rune diagram. Oh, that's for making them? Alright, I gotta be careful with my money, but he has got runes. I can make runes, which sounds like a really good deal. Yes, it does. He also had grimoires. The history of the Council of Mages, probably useful. 64. Duties and goals of the Lodge. What? Again, we're about to deal with them. Let's get that information. Quest items? Grimoire. I already used that. I got rid of my... Yes, I've already used that. So then... Vitality. Damage reduction on block. Earth rune seems like a good one. Fire rune also does damage. Isgrith. And it requires essence of water, elemental stone, Neckarheart. Do I? I've got 4 of them now. Do I have any in my chest? I don't know. That's the big problem right now. Fire rune. 5% damage. See, I want that one. What does this one require then? Elemental stone and silver ore. Oh, okay. Let's take the 7% damage and 8% bleeding. Let's take that. Alright, that is it. I don't really have enough orans after that. So that is a
Greetings.
big question. Do I have to get everything I want to get before I talk to him, because we're never going to come back or something? You never know.
What?
You don't want to talk to me?
It's that albino again.
Oh, hello.
Renounce magic.
Craftsman.
Pauper.
Craftsman is on the map. It says there.
I'm Geralt.
Brass of Banard. I remember you from Thanad. I believe I saw you in Oxenfurt too.
Seems we only ever meet on Elvenland.
Indeed. But I suspect you're not here to chat about elven ruins.
On the contrary, elven ruins are in fact
On the contrary,
interesting.
I find elven ruins interesting.
Do you really? Elven works are not half as interesting as gnomish ones.
But even ruined, Loc Muine is impressive. It must have been beautiful in the times of the First Conclave.
Everything was better before the war, as they say.
The sources. Those children that old Geoffrey Monk brought here to train in the magic arts must have walked around gaping at all they saw.
Somehow I just can't imagine Hen Gedimdeath as a small gawking boy.
You met him. Ah, right, on Thaned. His death was a terrible loss. Terrible. You see, Geralt, everyone complains about how the world is taking a turn for the worse.
Values are being compromised. The small is dislodging the great.
Exactly. But the events on Thaned truly marked the end of an era. The world grew up, losing its virginity in a rape.
What use are masters of magic and legendary heroes to a grown-up world?
They're of no use. That's the point. Today, people manage perfectly well without mages, witches, and heroes.
Yet not everyone understands that, and not everyone likes
Well,
it.
they seem to need witches.
You're so
Thank you.
clever, you'll get in trouble. We'd best change the subject.
Okay, I need weapons.
Actually, I'm here because of your weapon expertise.
I'm no expert.
You're the best swordsmith among mages.
I'm more interested in the cultural relics of other races, actually.
I'm going to need a solid cultural relic in my hand.
Am I?
I guess the circumstances require haste.
Can you help me? Ever heard of the Wild Hunt?
I'm interested in the Wild Hunt. Any chance you know something about it?
No, birds are not exactly my speciality.
Thanks.
Okay. Craft me an item. What can we craft? Drog armor, for example. We need... Okay, I've got all of those parts. What I need is robust cloth and hardened leather. To make robust cloth, I can make some of that, but how much is that going to cost me? 5. I need 18 of them, so I need 17 of these. And then I needed hardened leather. And I don't even have the leather for that. I need to find my chest. I need to find my chest before I do this. Jivik, how you doing, mate?
What do you want?
What? The mages are turning this summit into a circus. Are they? Here's the thing. I'm getting this deep suspicion that a lot of my conversations will make more sense once I've gone with Roche. I really do. One last thing before I talk to Roche. I think the duties and goals of the Lodge and the history of the Council. Alright, duties and goals of the Lodge. The actions of this secret organisation which united sorceresses from the northern kingdoms and Nilfgaard were revealed relatively late. The 10-member Lodge had been envisaged as a successor to the Conclave and the Supreme Council of Sorcerers. It was supposed to focus on the interests of magic and protect the world from the cataclysm that would result from the disappearance of the art. However, at the time this story was unfolding, not many knew the organisation even existed, apart from the sorceresses belonging to it, of course. And history of the Council. The Supreme Council of Sorcerers consisted of talented mages, most of whom also were advisors to rulers of the northern kingdoms. Philippa Eilhart and Carduin of Lan Exeter were, among others, its members, though only one member of the council turned out to be a Nilfgaardian supporter during the Thaned Rebellion. A large part of its members were neutral mages, and that caused a split in the body. Though most of the council's members survived these events, the loss of importance and the king's support resulted in disbanding the association, and sorcerers lost most of their previous influence in the north. So they're trying to get their power back, aren't they? All right, look. I'm hoping we can come back here again and I can check out my... find my bloody case and make that armor, but none of the conversations I'm having at the moment are making much sense.
Ready for your chat with Radovid.
Let's do it.
No reason to delay it.
Follow me then.
I'm waiting for you, mate. I'm waiting for you.
Halt! We're here to meet King Radovid.
Have you been granted an official audience?
We have information about the recent slayings of monarchs. We have important news. Okay, that one.
We have information about the Kingslayers.
Everyone knows the killer is the Witcher from Rivia.
Hello.
And everyone is wrong.
Not my concern. I cannot risk placing the King of Redania in harm's way.
We bring Radovid news that will strengthen his position during the talks. Care to risk his wrath? Besides, this camp is swarming with soldiers. We'd have to be stupid or suicidal to attack Radovid.
Well, I'm stupid.
Pass then.
And Roche
if
is
your
definitely
news is so
suicidal.
important. But one word from the king and you'll hang. Both of you.
Don't you worry about us.
I'm worried about us, mate. Really. You're not exactly Mr. Diplomacy. See? That's what I'm talking about. Right there. It's not a very likable trait. Give me a sec. Yes, we're on the way to see the king, and I'm picking flowers. Deal with it.
Temeria stands little chance of surviving if Radovid has made terms with Kedwin.
Even less if he's made a pact with Nilfgaard. He and the Emperor could divide the entire north between them.
I take pleasure in seeing Kedwin picked apart.
But they'd start with the country deepest in chaos, so you'd best hope nothing of that sort has happened.
So, what's happening? Are we trying to save Temeria now? Is that what's going on? Because I was here to save Triss, and, well, I don't need to...
Did you request an audience with the king?
Yes.
The king will receive you.
Okay. Come on, dude. Is his wife here?
Geralt of Rivia.
Your Majesty.
As usual, you turn up where and when you're least expected. And in such company. I never thought they'd make a soldier out of you.
Roche is a friend. I had no choice under the circumstances. Roche is a friend. He is. He's a little annoying at times, but he is.
Vernon Roche is a friend. He's in uniform, sure, but that's meaningless.
The world has changed greatly since we met those few months ago. Temeria stands at the brink of civil war. Kedwin has taken the Pontar Valley by force, and a Nilfgaardian delegation plays a prominent role at the summit of the Northern Kingdoms. Foltest and Demavend are both dead. Though it seems we were signing treaties just yesterday. Henselt was butchered in Vergen.
Yeah. That's gonna bite us in the backside, isn't it? Why have you brought the Knights of the Order here? You remember what happened last time, mate?
Why did you bring the Knights of the Order here, Your Majesty?
The Order of the Flaming Rose is here to ensure that the talks remain peaceful. We wish to avoid a second Thanet.
Alright. And what are the Nilfgaardians doing here?
What's the delegation from Nilfgaard doing here?
Henselt invited them. Before he died.
Shillard Fitzhestelin would never miss an opportunity like this one. He'll come to the talks and stage his favourite drama.
I need your assistance.
I've come here for help, Your Majesty.
Wait, Witcher. Were it not for you, Henselt would have perished at the hands of an assassin. Am I right?
That is true, yes.
I killed a would-be assassin. Pure coincidence. I just happened to be there.
Things like that oft seem to happen to you. Do you know how he died?
Oh, am I going to lie to this king? If I say yes, that's like... See, if he knows I'm lying to him, he's not going to be happy. If I say yes, is he going to be happy? I kind of don't want to lie to this guy. I kind of do not want to lie to this guy. Obviously, the problem here is I might say yes, but I'm not going to tell you. But if I say yes and then turn around and point a finger at Roche and say, he did it, no, I'm going to be upset, you see. I don't know what this option involves. Just yes, I know what happened to him. I wasn't there. That's just an outright lie. This is true and doesn't give any information as long as I don't volunteer any afterwards. Oh, God, I hate this. I hate this. Do I tell this guy the truth? I sort of respect this guy.
Yes, I was there.
Speak then.
Oh God, now I've got to lie to him. No, that's not, but I don't want to point to Roche. I want to say, I'm not saying, or look, I don't want to lie to you, but, should I just say I killed him? Because I pretty much might as well have. I don't want to drop Roche in it. I really don't want to drop Roche in it. I'm going to have to lie to this guy, and if he detects it, it's going to go badly.
I killed him. Henselt had Roche's unit murdered. I can't call it anything else. In doing that, he signed his own death sentence. When he was looking for Saskia in Vergen after the battle, I cornered him in a hut and I killed him.
What about Deathmold?
He followed orders and deserves the same.
Maybe we can come to some sort of arrangement.
Thank you. Okay.
You said you needed help, Witcher. Tell me more.
Before we go anywhere, who's representing Temeria?
If Temeria is in turmoil, then who has arrived to represent it?
Constable Natalis, the hero of Brenner, which is good. His presence is like a slap on Shillard's face delivered by the North.
The Kedwenny's here?
Who's representing Kedwen?
Only the sorcerer Deathmold and his men are in Loc Muine. But Deathmold represents himself.
Oh, I want to kill him. Sheila de Tanzerville commissioned the regicides.
Sheila de Tanzerville is behind the murderers that hit Temeria, Eddern, and Kedwen.
How do you know?
I found out from the Dying Killer. That is actually true. I found out thanks to Deathmold's magic. No, I found out from the Dying Killer.
I found one of the assassins after Henselt's murder. Before he died, he revealed de Tanzerville's role to me.
Why you in particular?
He remembered me from the past. Let's just keep going. Let's just keep going on the truth here, wherever it may lead. I've not been totally truthful with him, but truthful enough. Okay, he remembered me from the past.
He knew me from the time I can't remember.
Your past troubles me, Geralt.
Troubles me
I
too.
have more pressing matters today.
It all makes sense. Shillard Fitzestelin warned me about a plot. Apparently, Triss Merigold confessed to him that the sorceresses had set up a secret lodge.
Triss is working with Shillard?
She's been detained as a suspect. Shillard believes the sorceresses of Nilfgaard were also part of the conspiracy. Luckily, the entire amphitheater is under a spell that quells any magic. Otherwise, no one would dare go near all those mages. Well, the talks beckon. Everyone wants to see Temeria's bitter end.
What do you mean by that, Your Majesty?
The nobles are rebelling in Vizima. Lacking a ruler, they simply want to divide the kingdom into provinces.
Divide Temeria? Shame on the traitors!
Well, it doesn't have to be that way. Anais, the daughter of Louisa and Foltest, lives still. After the Baroness's rebellion, the girl was captured by the Nilfgaardians. The child has become a bargaining chip between the Empire and Kedwen. My people tell me Anais is here in Loc Muine, in Deathmold's hands.
Right.
I cannot mount an armed attack on the Kedwennies. It would be tantamount to declaring war, and we have gathered here to maintain peace. A lone witcher and a former soldier. That would be a different matter. Bring me Anais, Geralt, and I'll salvage a united Temeria and punish those whose hands are stained with the Temerian king's blood.
Why is Deathmold holding Anais?
Why does Deathmold need Foltest's daughter?
The girl has become entirely dependent on him, which will strengthen his position in the Conclave. Remember, he who has Anais will have the upper hand today. The girl is most important, Witcher.
She's a bloody
I would
pawn.
Look after her. Take her back to Tretogor in Redania, where she would mature under the caring gaze of her half-sister and my wife Ada. When she's of age, she can claim the throne and thus guarantee Temeria's sovereignty. I must attend these talks, Geralt. Time is short. Bring me the girl, the two of you. Men without country or commander. Renegades that no one seems to have taken into account. I, in turn, promise that Sheila de Tanzaville will pay for her deeds. I shall punish her with fire and steel.
An alliance with Redania is our only chance at preserving Temeria's independence.
It's still risky.
Anais, she's the key.
I still wonder about Boosie's death. The boy would have had a stronger claim to the throne.
Maybe Anais can tell us something. It's high time we visited our old friend, Deathmold.
The Emperor's men hold tris. They'll get everything they can out of her, after which she'll be dispensable.
If it's between the sorceress's life and Temeria's future, then I've no choice. I'm sorry. This is no place to talk. Let's wait till we're beyond the gate.
So this girl is being used as a pawn in a power struggle. And am I going to have to decide who the hell wins that struggle? Oh, that is going to suck.